I wanted to talk to you today about stickers and give you some tips for coloring on them because there is a bit of a learning curve, but they're a lot of fun. So first of all, if you haven't seen them yet, these are brand new to my store. All my hand-drawn images. I've got lots of different stickers for you now, and they're so much fun, you guys. They're a lot of fun. So I'll just give you a quick peek at what we have so far, and stay tuned to my online store because there are many more designs that are on their way. We're gonna have so much fun with these, you guys. Which is your favorite? So there's a bunch more coming, but you can do a lot with them. They're waterproof, so you can do things like this, where you can add them to your water bottle. You can put them on your windows. You can put them on your laptop. All kinds of ideas. Lots of cool stuff that you can do with these stickers. They're very high quality vinyl. Water resistant, UV resistant, all that good stuff. So they're actually pretty tough. You can leave them black and white like this, or you can actually color on them with permanent marker. So this is what I'm suggesting or recommending is typically Sharpies, or if you have Bic's version, there's the Bic markets that look like this. You can use the ultra fine or the fine, but I'll actually show you examples of how you can use both. The ultra fine gives you a little more option if you want to get really picky about adding layering colors or adding texture, things like that. So I'm going to show you some examples because there is actually a learning curve to this. It is a little bit tricky, particularly if you're picky about the way things look, like the streakiness. Since they are waterproof or vinyl, they are slippery. The ink doesn't seep in like it would with paper, so they can look a little bit streaky depending on how you're coloring. So I just wanted to show you some really cool tips. So to start, I'm going to use a fine Sharpie marker and just show you some examples of how you can color on this vinyl. So you'll see how it's not really paper, it's vinyl, it's like a plastic surface, so the marker doesn't soak in like it would on paper. It sort of sits on top and then it dries. This is why you need to make sure you have permanent markers. If you do find that you're coloring and you see how it gets a little bit streaky like that because it does sit on the top, if you don't like the streakiness, what you can do, what I recommend is try to do longer strokes, smoother strokes to kind of pull the ink along. And then you'll see you get these little pools that happen. When you lift your marker off, there's extra ink that's deposited. You can kind of grab those and pull them along and then pop them onto a line. So kind of push them or drag them onto a line to help them to disappear. So I'm going to go over this one and just do it a little more smoothly for you so you can see that. See how it just sort of smooths it out and gets makes the streaks a little more subtle. Another option, if you want to actually work with the streakiness and use it to develop texture, is to do circles like this. So if you just do little circles, and then I'll pull the little blob over, it adds kind of a neat sort of ripply texture that looks really cool. Actually, if you do the whole thing like that, it can look really neat. Just do that again for you. There you go. I found the ultrafine version of this color just to show you the difference with how it will color. So I'm going to do the circles again so you can see how they look. It actually works quite well because it keeps the color kind of consistent. You can still see the texture there. Another option is if for some reason you're extra picky and you're still not happy with how it looks with the lines and you want to get a little more creative with it, or you want to take to kind of hide that look a little more, what you can do is either go over it and add some texture with doing dots. So we can do something like this just to make the texture consistent. See how neat that looks? I love this look. That's really cool. Or you can even do, say you want to make it look more 3D, so I'll do more dots over here, and I can use it as a sort of shading tool. Or if you really want to get fancy, you can take a different color and actually start layering the colors. You can get pretty fancy with this and have lots of fun. Just sort of neat how your eye ends up combining the colors together. So with this skull, you can see how I've used The layering of the dots to create different effects, and see how it can be a lot of fun to actually play with it and how cool it can really look. Either layering the same color on top of the solid color or pick a different shade, maybe a darker version. Neat, hey? Here's another handy little trick. If you are coloring and you make a mistake like this or this where you actually go out of the lines, what you can do is, watch this magic. So as you're coloring, you'll see the inks actually kind of mix together. As you go, it sort of picks up that dried ink, and it all just kind of disappears. Magic. Cool, hey? And you can actually go over a color a second time if you're not totally happy with it, or if you want it to be a little bit darker or richer. Like that. So, in conclusion, tips for coloring on my stickers. First of all, definitely use waterproof or permanent markers. Long strokes can make it look really smooth and soft. Hide the little blob by kind of pulling it over to the lines. What else did we do? Oh, circles. Add little circles to add texture and make a more consistent look to the surface. And then also you can add dots to layer the colors and to add another cool texture. So I hope that helps. If you like this video, please do hit like and subscribe to more videos like this. Do comment, let me know how it goes. And if you have any other tips, let me know too, so we can share with each other and learn from each other. Cool. Thanks. I'm Crystal Salomon, and remember, it's okay to color outside the lines.